Hi guys, and welcome to Zombie TV. We are the Zombie family, and today we are going to do a couples Q&A so you guys can get to know us a little bit better. So let's get started. Question 1. How did we meet? So we met in 2016 when I had just started my first semester at UNLV. I was 18 years old. I had just turned 18 years old, and I thought, oh wow, finally I can get a tattoo for myself because my mom said I wouldn't be able to get my first tattoo until I turned 18. So I did a little Google search on the web and typed Las Vegas tattoos and stumbled upon his shop's website and saw all their portfolios and stuff and decided to reach out. And not too long later, I received an email from him saying, hey, I heard you want to get some work done. What can I do for you? And it just kind of went on from there.
She had emailed me back and forth about this floral tattoo she wanted to do. And it's kind of funny, I had just done this tattoo about 2 weeks ago that was similar to the one she wanted, and I don't normally do stuff like that, but for some reason I did that one. And I don't even think I was supposed to do that tattoo, but the guy who was gonna do it, he didn't want to do it, so he made me do it. So I did it, and I posted it in my portfolio. She saw it, and that's the reason she chose me to go to. So if I wouldn't have done it, we probably would have never met. So good thing my coworker passed it off to me that day.
The original tattoo that I saw in your portfolio.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Oh, I'm a broke college student," and I was like, "Oh, okay."
Okay. Okay, and?
Number 2, who said I love you first?
Technically, it was Zach who said I love you first. He said it through a painting that he gave to me as one of my first few gifts when we were just dating. He was like, hey, I made you a painting, and there's a secret message. Let me know when you find it. So then he dropped it off at my place, and I was trying to find it, but it wasn't even that hidden. It was on very inside. You could see it so good. And it was I love you. And I was like,
I wrote it first, but technically she said it first when we were in California one time, and we were eating ramen. She said it to me. So I wrote it first, she said it first.
but the thought was there first.
But whoever wanted us to answer this question wrote, who said I love you first? And you said it.
Okay. This is the painting that he gave me, and on the side here, he wrote, to a zombie girl in a zombie world, with our year that we started dating, which is 2018. And then if you can see, not very hidden, it's right there, it says, I love you, zombie.
Where's the first gift I ever gave you? What happened to that?
Well, our first gift, he actually kind of dismantled it and put bits and pieces into separate frames. But he gave me this shadow box with 2 butterflies in them. What do you call those dead butterflies?
They were taxidermy butterflies.
Yeah, taxidermy butterflies that he ordered online, and he just stuck them on the shadow box. And that was his very first gift he gave me. And now he ordered a bunch of them and actually separated one in each shadow box that we just purchased at Michael's, and they're hung around.
There's actually one right behind us right there. Can't really see it though.
Well, you can kind of see Shameless playing in the reflection, but
there's a monarch butterfly in there. Really
and
cool.
we have about 6 of these shadow boxes with butterflies all over our house. So we kind of have a thing about butterflies because it's such a sentimental gift. Question 4. How many years apart are you guys? We are about a little over 6 years apart. Right now I'm 21, about to be 22, and he had just turned 28 in March this year. And when we first met, I was 18 and he was 24.
Number 5. How long have you been together? Well, we've known each other since 2016, but we've been together since 2018.
And we got married in 2019.
We didn't really talk though. When I met her in 2016, we didn't really start talking until 2018.
When we finally finished my right sleeve, that's when we first started talking.
Number 6. What is one thing that surprised you about your significant other? You go first.
I think when I first met him, my like first impression was like that he's like very like quiet and like very gentle, I would say. So that really surprised me, especially because I've never like met anyone that's like, you know, like so tattooed and pierced like him.
What surprised me a lot was that she had traveled so much already. Like she's been to a lot of places, and which is really cool because I've only been to Canada and Mexico, and she's been to like all of Europe and like a bunch of other places. So that really surprised me when she told me. But it's mostly because her mom was in the military, so yeah.
Very lucky to have the opportunity growing up, so not many people can say they've even left their birthplace like Zach. He's lived here in Vegas his whole entire life, so that kind of shocked me too when he told me that he's lived here all 28 years of his life.
Number 7.
What is one thing you wish to change about your significant other?
You go first.
You go first, since I went first last time.
The answer is nothing.
Babe, it's not a test.
No.
It's a question.
Well, I wouldn't change anything.
Okay.
I wouldn't have married you if I wanted you to change. So.
Okay, but like if you had to choose one thing, would it be my height?
I know you wish you were taller, so I would say it for the sake of what you want, but I don't mind how tall you are. Maybe okay, I'd make you 5 foot even.
What, 4'11 3/4 is not enough for you?
Well, you're the one who's always like, I wish I was taller. I wish I was taller.
So what's a quarter gonna do?
I don't know. You always wish you're 5'2", so.
Okay. I guess one thing I wish I could change about Zach would be so he could like realize how good he is as an artist. I feel like sometimes he lets himself down when he like colors and paints and watercolors and stuff, and he thinks he's not a good artist, and he really like talks bad about himself. But I'm like, you need to calm down. You're a really good artist and stuff, but he just beats himself up a lot.
Thanks, babe.
Okay. Question 8. How did Zach propose?
Well, here's the thing. So when me and Nika talked about getting married, it was like, I was like, oh, this was my mistake. I was like, if I get you a ring, it's gonna be a Tiffany ring. I want it to be Tiffany's. Has to be Tiffany's.
And how long were we dating when we first started talking about marriage?
I don't remember, but it was pretty soon. Definitely before a year. So anyways, we we had this trip planned to Hawaii because I was doing work over there, and I invited her to come with me, and I got her a plane ticket, and the plan was to propose to her there under this waterfall, but so a few months or like a month before that, I kept applying for the Tiffany loan, and at the time I owed a lot of debt on a current credit card. So I just kept getting declined, and I couldn't save up enough money for the ring she wanted. So it actually never really happened, but I had told her that I tried to get the ring and I really wanted to propose to her then. So after that, it just kind of became a mutual thing to where it was like, let's get this ring because we want to get married. So the proposal didn't really happen, but it kind of did. So that's the story on that.
Well, not really. You didn't really propose. It was just like an idea that has always been there. So it's kind of like we always knew that we were going to end up together in the long run. So we might as well just.
Number 9. Do you guys work out?
No.
No.
I have not worked out since my very first year of college. All throughout high school, I was like a pretty athletic person because I was in cheer, I was in softball and stuff. And then I thought I'd keep that stamina and that physique once I started college. And then that ended after the first year, and I never worked out since.
I need to start working out again because I've just been like lazy, and being a tattoo artist, you just sit in a chair all day, and while I look like I'm healthy on the inside, I definitely don't feel healthy because I'm just out of shape. So I really need to start. So we'll start soon once Silas is a little easier to deal with, if that ever happens.
If anything, I do like to swim and do laps, so I guess you can consider that as working out, but we don't have a pool, so I haven't done that in a while.
When we start working out, it won't be like we're going to the gym and being like those kind of people. It'll be like we'll go on hikes and like maybe go for like
a bike
rides and stuff, but we're definitely not like the gym type. If I want to lift weights, I'll just do it at home. I've just never been a gym kind of person.
Cardio is not for me, I'm sorry.
But I'm all about the gym life. People that go to the gym, I'm all for it. Just not for me.
You're so funny, babe. Question 10. Do you guys want more kids?
Originally, we wanted like 3 or 4.
Maybe 3.
But after Silas, I'm like, I'm going to be good after 2. I don't know if I could. It's like, it's definitely tough. Everyone tells you like, when you have a kid, like it's like so difficult, but I don't think words can describe how difficult it actually is. While it's not difficult, it's a different kind
it's like
of
a
difficult.
Huge adjustment to your lifestyle.
Yeah, that you've never really experienced. Yeah. Maybe if you have like really younger siblings, but like being the parents is like, it's a crazy amount of like, I don't really know how to describe it. But I could do 1 more, so 2 kids. If we have 3, it's gonna be when we're like really old.
If we have 3, it's because of my next pregnancy. We're having twins, so yep, 2 is our max. I'd be okay with just 1, but I'd feel bad if he doesn't have a little one to grow up with. I grew up as the only child, but I do have half sibs, but I never really grew up with them. But I definitely liked being spoiled as the only child.
What's your ideal age gap for your kids? Well, I have 2 older sisters, and it's like a big age gap, like a little bit more than 10 years. And I love that they're older than me, but I always wished I had a sibling closer to my age. Just because my sisters were always like really mature, and I always wanted like a little sibling to run around and do like
childish things.
Yeah.
Ideally, I think 3 years or 2 years apart is like where we want to be. Question 12. why did you choose that name for your son, Silas?
I wanted Hudson to be his name, but Nika absolutely hated it. So she thought of Silas because of Vampire Diaries. And
Well, originally I wanted Dacker, like Dacker Montgomery, or if you pronounce it in the Australian native language, it would be Dacre, but I liked the pronunciation Dacker, and that didn't really pass within both of our families, so.
I was cool with Silas too because I never was like really watched Vampire Diaries, but Silas was the name of the son on Weeds, which I used to watch Weeds, so I always liked the name Silas.
Yep, so Silas because of Vampire Diaries, and if you've watched Vampire Diaries, you know. Question 13. Will you let Silas get tatted up like you guys? Well, I asked Zach that a long time ago to see his opinion, and he said probably not until he decides what his career will be, and even then, probably not. Tatted up like him, but like tatted up like me where you can cover it, I don't think he minds.
Yeah, it's like the old tradition, which the old tradition with tattoos is it needs to be covered with a suit, so no hands and nothing above the neck. That's like how it was in the old school days, which I wish I would have stuck with. I wish all my tattoos could be covered with a suit, but it's too late for that. And also in traditional Japanese, all of it needs to be covered with a suit. I don't really know what else to add to that. I could get into the whys, why you shouldn't get face tattoos, why you shouldn't get hand tattoos, and it would be a lot different than what your parents are going to tell you. Your parents are going to say don't tattoo your face because you can't get a job, but that's not the reason I would tell you. But that's for another video. My opinions are a lot different just because I'm in the industry. So, but yeah, I definitely would not allow him to get hands, neck, face, and probably not his feet either. But if he wants to do it, that's up to him. But I won't be the one tattooing his neck or face or hands or feet. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this video, if you'd like to see us answer questions, feel free to comment more questions you'd like us to answer in the comments section. Also, space travel? Did Elon Musk really launch the astronauts into outer space? Or was it all a hoax? Let me know because I'm curious.